This my first visit to the South Carolina State Museum. It was awesome inside, a must-see for any age. There also is a live demo toward the end of this video about the telescope and get to see it work. State-of-the-art public observatory offers daily solar observing opportunities and more. The historic 1926 Alvin Clark 12 3/8 inch refracting telescope is connected to state-of-the-art technology that gives students and educators all over the state the ability to control the telescope and observe the night sky all from their classroom. Since opening in 2014. How did this special astronomical instrument make it from New York City to the South Carolina State Museum?
I think it'd be cool to look through one of these.
The Boeing Observatory at the South Carolina State Museum is home to an historic Alvin Clark refracting telescope, which has been used for education, research, and public observing for nearly 100 years. The telescope was made by Alvin Clark and Sons and delivered to Columbia College, now Columbia University. In 1926, read on to discover how a 3,500-pound telescope made it from the 14th floor of a building in New York City all the way to the State Museum. Alvin Clark and his two sons, Alvin Graham and George Bassett Clark, established the firm Alvin Clark and Sons in 1846 to make telescopes. Clark telescopes have allowed scientists to discover the spiral arms of our galaxy, the moons of Mars, and the fifth moon of Jupiter. The evidence of an expanding universe that galaxies are moving away would not have been possible without a Clark refractor. Between 1859 to 1958, the company made 400 instruments, and by the late 1800s they were the premier telescope makers in the nation, possibly the world. Their optical work was recognized as unsurpassed anywhere and represented the first significant American contribution to astronomical instrument making. Prior to this, American telescopes had never compared with those of European manufacture. Columbia College, now University in New York City, purchased the telescope and base that now resides in the State Museum's Boeing Observatory for $20,000. Over $250,000 in today's dollars. In 1926, it was used by students and teachers for research until the 1960s, when it began to be used for public observing until the mid-1990s. The museum purchased the telescope from the university in 1997 for $15,000. For the next 17 years the telescope was housed in museum collection storage when not on display in the exhibition galleries, before moving to its current location in the Boeing Observatory in 2014 as part of the museum's Windows to New World expansion project. Today the historic Alvin Clark telescope continues to educate and amaze new generations of stargazers and reach thousands of students each year through on-site field trip visits and virtual learning opportunities. We're going to go inside and see the real telescope they bought. The lady inside will explain about it. You will have to listen close 'cause she's not very loud. Myself, I thought it would be bigger than this, 'cause the ones I've seen on TV.
Are you a guide for in here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm searching for my throat loss in the chat. Losing my voice. We have a Alvin Clark telescope here looking at the sun.
Okay.
And that's the brightest thing in the sky right now, so it's about the only thing you can see. And we're looking for two things. We're looking for sunspots, and we're looking for something.
Okay.
And I will warn you ahead of time, It's a little hot. It's about as hot as it is outdoors.
Yeah, it warmed up this weekend. Getting warmer this week.
Well, I'm just glad that it's not really cloudy. There are two spots that you can see pretty well right now.
Mhm.
And there's another little one that I might be able to get a little bit better focus. Yeah, there's one up there. That one and this one are about the size of the Earth.
Okay.
And the reason we're interested in watching those is sunspots and solar flares have an effect on our atmosphere and our communication satellites.
Yeah, I seen the observatory thing downstairs. That's what they was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Now, as I change the focus, you can look at what's popping off the surface.
Oh,
And for
okay.
some reason, this side of the sun is more active right now. And those are what we call prominences. And when they break, they make what kids draw as solar rays coming off the sun. And astronomers call them flares.
Okay.
And when those flares get very, very active and the sunspots get very, very numerous, the guys that operate the geosynchronous satellites get worried because they know that that's going to affect the solar panels and the communication that we use on Earth. If you ever, I'm sure you've had your phone drop offline.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
if you're streaming something on your television, all of a sudden it pops and comes back. It's because of this solar activity.
Okay.
The way that we got this was it was installed originally in 1926 at New York's Columbia University.
Okay.
And they used it in their astronomy program, and then they got a bigger, better satellite and put this, a bigger, better telescope, and put this up for auction. And we decided to bring it here, but it was on the first floor in New York. So when we put it on the fourth floor, we had to build a pedestal so that it could shoot through the roof.
Okay.
And the reason they call it the Boeing Observatory is because they paid the pole.
Okay.
And the dome mechanically rotates from the east to the west during the day. And when we brought the telescope here, it was mechanically moved from east to west. That cylinder weighs 500 pounds, and the orientation degrees are on those circles, and 4 people had to mechanically, physically move the telescope to get it to focus on what they wanted it to. So when we installed it here, we said, we can't do that.
No.
We need to have a computerization program written so that it will gradually move the telescope as the sun moves through the sky.
Okay.
So the motion of the telescope is computerized, whereas the motion of the dome is still mechanical.
Okay.
So
this is the first one I've seen, but this is like considered a small one. I mean, as far as like
this
seeing.
is considered a medium-sized refractory telescope. There are 2 different kinds of visual telescopes.
Okay.
Refractory has lenses, and the mirrored telescopes obviously have mirrors, reflecting telescopes.
Which ones they use like to do like the solar system and stuff like that? This won't go out far enough though, right? For that?
Well, we can see everything here. All the planets in the solar system, if they are oriented in the sky properly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right now, we can see Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter and Mars.
How clear? I mean, like the rings?
Well,
I've seen.
The rest of the video got corrupted, so we've added a quick peek of Planetarium video for you to watch. It's a separate video.